Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Years after America's Got Talent, Kaitlyn Maher takes stock of the extraordinary childhood she's leaving behind. Don't remember much from when I was 4 years old. My resume was very thin back then, but Kaitlyn Maher's memory and CV both begin at 4. It's 2008, and a host is handing her a microphone. He tells her to go to the X marked on the stage, and she runs into the floodlights, her pink bows flouncing. 15 years later, she can still see it all so clearly. "I absolutely booked it to that X," says Maher, now a 19-year-old Duke student who is about to release When Did We Grow Up? An album of polished yet personal pop songs with a country finish. "I was so tiny, and it seemed so much larger than life, and all these people looked so happy." Of course, you too can see it clearly. It was on national television. The host was Jerry Springer, the show was America's Got Talent, and the song Maher cooed was Somewhere Out There. Actually, she was from Northern Virginia, where her family had gotten a surprising email from the show after uploading a clip of Maher singing Happy Birthday on YouTube, still a fairly new platform and not yet the viral machine it would become. The clip was only meant to reach a family member in Canada, but it also caught the eye of a casting director at NBC. "My dad was really skeptical of the email because it just seemed so unlikely," Maher remembers. "So he called NBC and said, 'Hey, I think you have a child predator impersonating one of your casting directors.' And they said, 'Oh, Mr. Maher, yes, we would love to have her come and audition.' He was just flabbergasted." She recalls her parents asking her if she wanted to do it, warning her that it might be a little scary. "I was so excited. I wanted to do it so badly," she says. In New York, the spell of uncanny unlikelihood went on as she passed Broadway-caliber talents in round after round. She sang When You Wish Upon a Star, What a Wonderful World, Beauty, and The Beast, and I'll Be There. It was big, but it wasn't scary, she remembers. "I look back and think, oh, that was just a cute little kid on stage, and people love that. But that was the thing I have always taken away from that whole experience. I loved seeing people be happy when I would sing." After AGT, Maher started getting screen and voice roles in movie franchises like Disney's Santa Paws and touring internationally. "My parents were always very vocal that if I ever stopped liking it, I could just finish whatever I had already agreed to do," she says. "And I think that because there was no pressure, it always was just such a fun hobby for me." To accommodate her showbiz career, she was homeschooled until she decided she wanted to go to high school, which turned out not to resemble the idyllic experience portrayed in the kinds of movies she had been acting in. But she found new ways to excel, particularly on the USA debate team. She won a national tournament just before she came to Duke, where she is majoring in public policy with a minor in musical theater. In the lockdown days of COVID, Maher was busy with school and online debate, but opportunities in the entertainment industry became scarce, and she was entering the acute transitional phase of leaving home for college. She processed it by writing the wistful yet tart songs that compose When Did We Grow Up? It's technically her second album, if you count the one she released when she was 5, the year after AGT, but as a singer-songwriter, it's her first. Drawing on her industry connections and studio familiarity, she hired a producer and session band in the DC area to record it, and an unexpected sound emerged. Lead single Good Friend Salary is an Olivia Rodrigo-style kiss-off, but with pop country twang instead of alt-rock crunch, and the standout Silver Line is Shania Sharp. As you'd expect of a precociously seasoned performer, Maher's singing has grown clear and strong, and her language skills are reflected in her crisp vernacular writing. Silver Line begins, It's 7 o'clock a.m. in the morning. I know that was redundant. I'm sorry.